Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's PDAC time. It's the first day, and we are at the booth of Sierra Metals. You remember they are the polymetallic producer out of Mexico and Peru. And with me here is Mike McAllister, the Vice President of Corporate Development. Mike, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. I hope you too. And great to be here at your booth again. And yeah, I think we should do a little bit like an update. So what happened last year? What was, let's say, some good corporate developments you have? Maybe you can elaborate a bit on that.
Certainly. So the biggest focus that the company has is that we've expanded our resources, but also we're starting to study feasibilities for expansion at the mines. And so right now, last year we updated our resource and reserves at Yaracocha. We increased our reserves by 134%, and we more than doubled the mine life. So very good news at Yaracocha. We also completed a Titan 24 survey, which has identified multiple new targets, including a new, what we believe to be the formation of a new zone down at Cuye and in that area, and potentially a porphyry at depth. So we're going to be drilling that out this year, which is exciting.
Wow.
And then at Bolivar, we have our updated report coming out at the end of this month, which we expect to see an increase in reserves there. And then at Cusi, we also updated our resource there, and we increased our resources by 130%. So very exciting times. We're updating the mill there as well and growing. At Cusi, right now we're at 400 tons. We're going to be at 650 tons per day.
So the little baby is growing
now. The baby is growing, and we've also purchased a used mill that we're installing for a very reasonable price, and we're going to see our production hopefully by the end of this year double to 1,200. So good things happening.
Fantastic. So if we talk anyway about production, let's say I think last year was a very good year. Anyway, you had a lot of free positive cash flow. You did profit, etc. Maybe you think already about paying a little dividend in the future, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
But what are the plans now for 2018?
So at Yaracocha, we've applied for we have an environmental permit in place right now, and then we'll actually apply to increase the tonnage at the mill. So what we'll be doing is looking to increase tonnage to 3,600 tons per day from 3,000, and we have a feasibility to study expanding that beyond that. You know, potentially 5,000 tons per day. We'll know when the study comes out.
Wow.
At Bolivar, we're increasing from 3,000 to 3,500 tons per day by the end of the year. As well, we have the feasibility in place to look at a similar size as Yaracocha. And then at Cusi, we're expanding, as I mentioned already, to 1,200 by the end of the year, and we're looking to build a new mill at site as well on top of that with a feasibility which would expand that out as well.
And I'm pretty sure you finance everything out of the cash flow, right?
Yeah, the expansions that are happening this year are all out of cash flow. So we're paying about 50 million in capex this year in terms of drilling, in terms of exploration, and in terms of growth capex. So you know, and it's all out of cash flow this year.
Fantastic. Can you give a little bit of a guidance, like copper equivalent production, and also maybe about the cost?
So copper, we produced 90 million pounds in 2017 on an equivalent basis, and we're looking to do between 90 and about 103 million pounds next year. So we'll definitely see an increase in copper equivalent production.
And how is it with the cost? Can you give a little bit of an idea?
Sure. So copper primarily comes out of Bolivar, and I can do like by mine. So at Yaracocha, our cost will be around 74 cents equivalent all-in sustaining for a pound of zinc. At Bolivar will be producing copper. Sorry, I just want to. It's $1.96 per pound of copper. And at Cusi right now, we're going to be at I believe it's $12 right now at the 650 ton per day level. But once we get that to 1,200 tons by the end of the year, we expect that cost to come down to below $10.
Wow, that sounds very healthy.
Yes,
I can't believe it. Great. As far as I know, from your ownership side, I mean, you have a big fund who owns like 51%, right? And is there, anything on the, let's say, on the radar that there will be maybe some changes for this year?
Potentially. Our major shareholder has a flexibility. He's very bullish on the stock, but he does have flexibility, and you know, so I can't say too much more about that yet. You know, probably best to speak to Alberto or the Yark Fund yourself. But you know, he does have flexibility. He's very bullish on the stock. But you know, I think he joked once. He said, "I need to lose some weight," meaning, you know.
Okay, I know it was a hard question for you. no question, no doubt. No, but I think this is something which is also of interest for our viewers, because it was always a little bit like over the company, what happens with the position, But honestly, after hearing that, I think we really must not worry about the company. And maybe let's go a little bit more to the future. Do you have any plans, let's say, to buy a fourth, how can I say it, a fourth project, a fourth new mine in addition, or do you keep what you have and just grow it organically?
I think for now we're going to focus on organic potential, because you look at some of the discoveries we've had this year, which are very close to the existing assets, and we're able to bring those into production very quickly at very economic cost, very low capex. And so right now our focus is completely on organic growth between now and I would say 2020. Once we have the exploration built out, we have our expansions in place, by all means. And we have seen some opportunity, like in Peru, for example, the government did an auction of some land parcels, and so we picked up some concessions that are close to the mine.
Nice.
And so we'll look at things that are close by, but more organic focus right now. But by 2020 beyond, we'll start to go shopping again, I think.
Super, perfect. Final question, what is your, let's say, assumption for the silver price, for the copper price? What's your feeling on the market? You are a producer, I mean, you must have an idea.
I do, yeah. So silver is a tough one, because it's not tracking gold the way it has been tracking in the past. Silver has a lot of industrial purpose and a lot of industrial use as well. As a precious metal or an investment metal, we're still bullish on that. I still think silver has some way to go. Copper, we're very bullish on. There's a lot of use in terms of the e-mobilities, in terms of infrastructure in China that's being built, or the States wants
even
to
the
do
US.
the U.S. infrastructure. And if you look at somebody like Goldman Sachs, who's very usually bullish or very bearish on metal prices, even they think copper is due to increase and go beyond where it is now. And so we're very bullish on that.
Super, me too. I'm bullish on the whole sector. I'm bullish on your company, honestly, because you guys do a great job. Thank you very much for the update, and keep it going, I would say.
Thank you, Jochen.
Thank you very much. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there was Mike McAllister, the Vice President of Corporate Finance, and you heard it. All is going very well with the company. QC, the little baby, is growing now. They're almost tripling the production, and also the costs are really in very nice shape. Great AIC in copper, in zinc, in silver. So the company is making money, not only a positive cash flow. They really make profits, and hopefully they will do in the next 2-3 years a nice dividend in the future. Who knows? So check it out. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Toronto.